Hello everyone. Welcome to the Earth Archives. I don't know if you know that all animals and plants on the Earth have one thing in common, and that is life based on carbon. So is it possible that alien creatures are made of other elements such as silicon? Please subscribe to the program before it starts. If possible, please share it with your friends. Please take care of it. In the vast tapestry of life on Earth, from towering trees that pierce the clouds to the intricate structures of the human body, and even the hidden dangers of toxic mushrooms and the unseen realms of bacteria, one thread unites them all. They are carbon-based life forms. But what does it truly mean to be a carbon-based organism? This fundamental question invites us on a journey through the intricate web of life, exploring the very building blocks that compose our existence. At the core of every living organism lies a remarkable molecular architecture. The chains of fats, carbohydrates, and proteins are interlinked through carbon atoms, forming the very backbone of biological molecules. This structure not only provides stability, but also serves as the carrier of genetic information. DNA and RNA, the blueprints of life, are themselves constructed from organic molecules rich in carbon. This profound reliance on carbon is why, to date, every known life form on Earth is classified as carbon-based. Despite the relentless curiosity that drives our exploration of the cosmos, we have yet to uncover any life forms that deviate from this carbon-centric paradigm. Take, for example, the human body, a marvel of biological engineering. Composed of various elements, carbon constitutes about 18% of our total mass, while oxygen dominates at a staggering 65%. Yet despite oxygen's overwhelming presence, we are not classified as oxygen-based life forms. This is because oxygen exists in our bodies primarily as water, H2O, where it plays a crucial role but does not influence cellular structure and function in the same way carbon does. Carbon's significance is underscored by its own branch of chemistry, organic chemistry, which focuses on carbon-containing compounds. Without carbon, life as we know it would be impossible. So why did life on Earth evolve to adopt carbon as its foundational element? Welcome to the world of Carbon Connection, where we explore the intricate reasons behind the preeminence of carbon in the evolution of life. As we delve into the periodic table, we find a fascinating story unfolding. While humans have identified 118 elements, carbon is not the most abundant. That title belongs to oxygen. Moreover, carbon lacks the inert stability of helium. At first glance, it may seem unremarkable compared to its elemental counterparts. Yet, when we examine the composition of our own bodies, a striking fact emerges. Carbon makes up a significant portion of our biological makeup, yet its abundance in the Earth's atmosphere, oceans, and crust is less than 1%. This paradox raises intriguing questions about the unique properties of carbon that enable it to serve as the bedrock of life. The allure of carbon lies in its unparalleled versatility. Carbon atoms can bond with a variety of elements and with one another, creating an extensive array of complex molecules. This capability allows for the formation of long chains and intricate rings that can lead to the development of macromolecules like proteins, nucleic acids, and polysaccharides. Each of these plays a vital role in biological processes, from catalyzing reactions to storing genetic information. Moreover, carbon's ability to form stable bonds in diverse environments enhances its adaptability, enabling life to thrive in conditions ranging from the depths of the ocean to the heights of the atmosphere. This adaptability is evident in the rich biodiversity we observe today, where life has found niches in the most unexpected places. Yet, alongside the wonders of carbon-based life, we encounter the darker side, the toxic mushrooms and harmful bacteria that remind us of nature's duality. These organisms have evolved intricate chemical pathways to produce compounds that deter predators or outcompete other species. In this sense, carbon not only supports life, but also drives the evolution of complex interactions within ecosystems. Why does life, in all its complexity, invest so much effort into extracting carbon from nature, only to concentrate it within our bodies at 18 times its original abundance? Why not utilize more plentiful elements like oxygen, silicon or nitrogen, which makes up 78% of our atmosphere? To answer this profound question, we must delve into the remarkable properties of carbon, its complexity, richness and stability, which make it the cornerstone of all known life. Let's begin with the complexity that carbon brings to life. The intricate structures of carbon compounds are essential for the myriad of chemical reactions that occur within living organisms. These reactions, which are the essence of life, depend on complex molecular architectures. Carbon is uniquely capable of forming the complex molecular structures that these processes require. To understand how carbon achieves this, we need to explore some fundamental chemistry, specifically the realm of quantum mechanics. Atoms, the building blocks of all matter, consist of a nucleus surrounded by electrons. Quantum mechanics tells us that the arrangement of these outer electrons differs among elements, influencing the stability of their atomic structures. For example, the most stable atoms, such as the noble gases on the far right of the periodic table, helium, neon, argon, krypton, are chemically inert, rarely engaging in reactions due to their stable configurations. They do not need to share or exchange electrons to achieve stability, making them the least reactive elements. In contrast, many elements, including carbon, are not naturally stable and therefore have an inherent drive to bond with other atoms. This quest for stability is the motivation behind chemical reactions. Unstable atoms seek to lower their energy by forming bonds with others, effectively sharing electrons. This sharing forms what we call chemical bonds, akin to extending a hand to another atom. Each type of atom has a unique number of hands, or valence electrons, determining how many bonds it can form. For instance, hydrogen has one hand and can bond with one other atom, while oxygen has two hands and can connect with two atoms. Carbon, on the other hand, is remarkable. It has four hands, allowing it to bond with four different atoms simultaneously. In the grand symphony of existence, carbon plays the lead role as the maestro, conducting the myriad complex interactions that form the essence of life. Its unique properties enable it to create intricate molecules essential for the sophisticated chemical functions required by living organisms. Carbon atoms can share single, double, or even triple bonds with other elements, leading to an astonishing array of combinations. Currently, we recognize over 10 million distinct organic compounds, a mere glimpse into the vast chemical landscape that carbon enables. This intrinsic ability of carbon allows it to participate in countless chemical reactions, weaving itself into the fabric of life itself. Imagine a world where every interaction, every connection, hinges on the versatile capabilities of carbon. This element forms long, stable polymer chains that can carry complex genetic information, like DNA, the blueprint of all living beings. Our very existence is encoded within the intricate sequences of nucleotides that make up our DNA, each strand a testament to carbon's architectural prowess. The four fundamental nucleotides that compose DNA exhibit complex chemical structures that allow for the storage and transmission of genetic information, showcasing carbon's unmatched versatility. In contrast, let's take a closer look at oxygen, the most abundant element on Earth. While it readily forms bonds, sharing only 2 electrons, it is limited in its bonding capacity. This restriction means that oxygen can only connect with 2 other atoms at most, preventing it from forming the complex molecular scaffolding that carbon effortlessly creates. Even copper, which can form 3 bonds, remains a rare element in comparison to carbon's ubiquitous presence. While copper's bonding potential could yield intricate structures, its scarcity diminishes its viability as the backbone of life. Thus, the choice of carbon as the foundation of biological molecules becomes clear. It is not just an element, it is a crucial partner in the dance of life. With its ability to form stable chains and rings, carbon enables the creation of the diverse molecules that sustain living organisms. These include proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, and nucleic acids, all essential components of life that rely on carbon's unique bonding capabilities. Consider the intricate networks of proteins that perform countless functions in our bodies. These macromolecules, made up of long chains of amino acids, rely on carbon's ability to form complex structures. The folding and interaction of these proteins determine their function, illustrating the beautiful complexity that carbon enables. Similarly, carbohydrates provide energy and structural support, while lipids serve as vital components of cell membranes, all thanks to carbon's versatility. Carbon is created in the fiery hearts of stars, where immense pressure and temperature allow it to form from simpler elements like helium. When these stars reach the end of their life cycle, they explode in supernovae, scattering carbon and other elements across the cosmos. This cosmic dust eventually coalesces to form planets, including our own, where carbon becomes a foundational element in the emergence of life. In our bodies, carbon ranks prominently among the top 5 elements. While oxygen takes the lead, carbon follows closely behind, playing a crucial role in our biochemical makeup. 4 of the 5 most abundant elements in the human body, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen, also rank among the most abundant in the solar system. This correlation hints at a fundamental truth. Life is intrinsically tied to the elements that are readily available in our universe. But what about silicon, often considered a potential alternative to carbon? While silicon can form 4 covalent bonds like carbon, it lacks the same level of complexity and versatility in the types of compounds it can produce. Silicon-based compounds are typically less stable and more cumbersome than their carbon counterparts, limiting their capacity to support the diverse biochemical processes that characterize life. Similarly, nitrogen, despite its abundance in our atmosphere, making up 78% of the air we breathe, only forms 3 covalent bonds. This limitation restricts its ability to create the complex molecules necessary for life. In contrast, carbon's 4 bonding capacities open the door to an astounding variety of compounds, allowing it to participate in countless chemical reactions essential for the myriad processes that sustain living organisms. Silicon is abundant on Earth, even more so than carbon, primarily hidden within the rocky crust. It possesses 4 unpaired electrons in its outermost shell, akin to carbon. However, the crucial difference lies in their atomic architecture. Carbon's electrons are housed in the second shell, snugly close to the nucleus, which establishes a strong, stable connection. In contrast, silicon's electrons occupy a third shell, further from the nucleus, resulting in weaker bonds when silicon interacts with other atoms. This discrepancy has profound implications. The energy required to break the bonds formed between silicon atoms is approximately 196 kg/mol, while carbon-carbon bonds boast a strength of around 334 kg/mol. This stark contrast illustrates why carbon is indispensable in the formation of life's complex structures. Just as a skyscraper cannot be built on flimsy cardboard, life's molecular frameworks necessitate robust, stable bonds that carbon uniquely provides. In the realm of potential building blocks for life, nitrogen emerges as another contender, yet it falls short due to the inherent weakness of its bonds. Nitrogen bonds possess only about half the strength of carbon's bonds, rendering it unsuitable for serving as the primary structural element in life's molecular chains. This serves as yet another testament to carbon's unmatched role. It is the sturdy foundation upon which the complexity of life is built. In the last century, the advancement of technology has fueled humanity's relentless pursuit of extraterrestrial life. Our methods for exploring this mystery can be categorized into three main approaches: searching for habitable Earth-like planets, detecting alien signals, and seeking traces of biological macromolecules on various celestial bodies. Biological macromolecules, such as proteins and DNA, are fundamentally constructed from carbon and represent the essence of carbon-based life. Take, for instance, NASA's Perseverance rover, which landed on Mars with the express purpose of finding organic macromolecules that could hint at the existence of carbon-based life forms beyond our own planet. What if the very direction we've been pursuing is misguided? A report from the National Research Council, NRC, raises a poignant concern. What if we encounter extraterrestrial life, but fail to recognize it? Our space exploration instruments are designed to detect life forms similar to those we understand, carbon-based organisms. But what if alien life is fundamentally different, perhaps based on an entirely different set of chemical principles? This idea opens a Pandora's box of possibilities. If we are confined to our understanding of life as we know it, we might be overlooking entirely new forms of existence. Imagine the vast cosmic tapestry woven with elements we have yet to consider, silicon, for instance, or perhaps something even more exotic. Could these elements give rise to forms of life that thrive under conditions unimaginable to us? In the realm of science fiction, few names shine as brightly as Isaac Asimov, whose visionary ideas have sparked imaginations across generations. Among his many contributions, Asimov proposed a fascinating classification of life forms that challenges our understanding of existence itself. He identified 4 categories that transcend our traditional definitions. The first is the realm of intelligent robots, artificial beings crafted by human hands to emulate consciousness. The second category consists of abstract life forms that exist solely as information or consciousness, not tethered to any fixed physical entity. These entities can switch forms, adapting to various substrates without losing their essence. The third category stretches the limits of our imagination further, encompassing high-dimensional life forms manifested as particles, energy, or electromagnetic waves, entities that exist beyond our sensory perception. Yet, it is the fourth category that resonates most closely with our understanding of life as we know it: life forms akin to carbon-based beings. This group includes the intriguing possibility of silicon-based life, ammonia-based entities, or even sulfur-based organisms. Among these, silicon-based life forms emerge as the most plausible alternative to the carbon-based life that dominates our planet. This provokes a compelling question. Must extraterrestrial life rely on water and oxygen just as we do? Could they lack the multicellular structures we take for granted? What truly defines a life form, however, goes beyond mere composition. It hinges on several fundamental characteristics: the ability to maintain internal balance, a degree of organization, metabolic functions, growth and reproduction, and adaptability to environmental changes. As long as an entity exhibits these traits, it can be classified as a life form, regardless of whether it is carbon-based, silicon-based, or even existing in a non-material form like electromagnetic waves. Imagine a world where silicon-based organisms thrive in environments entirely foreign to us, where they flourish in conditions that would be inhospitable to carbon-based life. These creatures might harness energy in ways we cannot comprehend, living in the shadows of our understanding, invisible to our current methods of detection. Just as carbon forms the backbone of life on Earth, other elements might serve as the foundation for life elsewhere, sculpting beings that exist in a delicate balance with their unique ecosystems. The story of silicon-based life begins with a whisper from the past. In 1891, the astronomer and physicist Friedrich Wilhelm Herschel postulated the idea of life forms based on silicon, a notion that sparked curiosity among scientists and science fiction writers alike. Following in his footsteps, British chemist Emerson Reynolds expanded upon this theory, emphasizing the thermal stability of silicon compounds, suggesting that such life forms might thrive in extreme environments far hotter than what carbon-based life could endure. A few decades later, the British geneticist John W. Alden speculated about the existence of semi-melted, silicate-based life forms on distant, unknown planets, igniting imaginations about the types of life that might exist under conditions alien to our own. However, as we delve deeper into the realm of silicon-based life, we must also confront its limitations. One of the most striking features of silicon is its ability to withstand high temperatures. Silicon compounds exhibit remarkable thermal stability, with some capable of enduring temperatures upwards of 600 Kelvin. This trait positions silicon-based life as a potential inhabitant of scorching environments like Mars. While carbon-based life thrives in a temperate climate, a silicon-based organism would find comfort in environments reaching 200 to 400 degrees Celsius. For these entities, our typical room temperature could spell disaster, transforming into a lethal freeze. Yet, the challenges continue. How would these hypothetical life forms breathe? In the breathing process of carbon-based organisms, oxygen reacts to produce carbon dioxide. Conversely, a silicon-based life form would generate silicon dioxide, essentially sand, when reacting with oxygen. The question then arises, how would a silicon-based organism manage its waste? While one might imagine complex adaptations for dealing with solid refuse, scientists propose that if these beings resided on a planet with temperatures exceeding 400 degrees Celsius, their exhaled silicon dioxide could liquefy or even vaporize at higher temperatures, allowing for a more manageable form of respiration. Picture a world where silicon-based organisms glisten like living crystals, their surfaces shimmering under the glow of alien suns. These creatures, devoid of water, would instead harbor corrosive substances like hydrofluoric acid or sodium hydroxide within their bodies, capable of dissolving silicon dioxide. The very idea challenges our definitions of life and its essential ingredients, emphasizing the fragility of our understanding of biological existence. Yet, there are significant hurdles to overcome. The chemical reactions that govern silicon compounds occur at rates much slower than those of carbon compounds. Consequently, the movements of silicon-based beings would appear lethargic, reminiscent of the slow-paced sloths in a nature documentary. To the untrained eye, they might seem almost motionless, taking months or even years to execute a single action. This sluggishness translates to an inherent vulnerability. In the face of natural disasters like volcanic eruptions or seismic upheaval, their response time would be catastrophically slow, potentially leaving them with no opportunity to escape. However, the narrative of silicon-based life is not confined to the limitations of what we currently understand. In the realms of speculative fiction, authors like Liu Cixin have envisioned creatures that harness silicon not just in their biological makeup, but as a source of energy, utilizing semiconductor technology in ways that blur the lines between biology and artificial intelligence. As we explore these possibilities, we ponder whether our current silicon-based technologies, such as semiconductor chips, might represent a nascent form of life, a precursor to an evolution that could one day lead to intelligent silicon-based entities.